Good morning. How are you?
Good morning.
Good. So, Fiona, you are a client of Caralyn's for how long now?
I've been a client of Caralyn's for about 15, 18 years now, actually.
Excellent. And so you're here this morning because you wanted to talk to the other ladies out there, the other gentlemen we were talking. Gentlemen, it's a huge issue for them as well. There are so many different reasons, right, Caralyn, for hair loss. And we were talking about all the different ways that might happen to someone.
Yes, it's medical treatments. Cancer obviously is a big one here in the city. Alopecia, burns, any victims that have other issues there. So their self-esteem is unbelievable. So to build their self-esteem, we give them back the hair, the look, so they can continue their life, no matter what they're doing with their life. So this is what we help to do here.
Okay, so Fiona, tell us a little bit about your story. And you have alopecia, right?
I have alopecia, and so basically it's just one of those things that I dealt with it once, hair grew back, and unfortunately it went a second time. And it is one of those things about being a professional woman and all the rest of it. You want to present your best kind of face forward, and unfortunately, or fortunately, that, means your hair.
Right.
And so you need to come to somebody who can take that time with you to also be sensitive to that, about what you're going through and the emotionality of it, right? Because you need to have somebody who can understand that it is something that's very
People place a lot of emphasis on looks and hair in society, and it is hard, especially for women, because we were talking, men can just shave their head and it's acceptable and they walk around, but for women it's very different.
It's a totally different thing from a female perspective. I mean, every magazine, every TV show, everything you're looking at, there's always that face forward, and you always want to look your best. And
for those who don't know, tell us a little bit about alopecia and what that is.
There's several different types of alopecia, from where you just have spots, or it can also be like female pattern. They almost call it female pattern baldness, where it just starts to recede. But then you can also have the extremes, where you lose your hair completely. Right. And unfortunately, that's just one of the issues. But you do have to look at it in the realm of things. Is this really the worst thing in your life?
It's hair, really.
And then you can have fun with it. And that's the whole point. Someplace like Caralyn's, you can come and play. And that was one of the things that I did, was, brought a girlfriend and brought my mom, and we tried, much like you did.
Yeah.
Tried all the different
Who do I want to be? Yeah, I can do anything.
A blonde? Do I want to be a redhead, brunette? So you can have some fun with it. And that's really the best thing to do.
I love what you've got. It looks so beautiful, so natural.
Thank you very much. That's part of the thing. This way, it's like if people know, they know, but if they don't need to.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's the whole point. And it just allows you to go on with your life.
Yeah, exactly. Life-changing. We were talking about that earlier. So, and Caralyn, you have different options for other people, other conditions as well.
We do. We have magic spray, which actually camouflages the small spots. When hair starts to go, they feel they need to cover that little patch, and this actually works very well. So it gives the
so it's colored.
It's colored. It gives the appearance of your scalp or hair on your scalp.
Okay.
So when it gets really desperate, then you need to come in and look at the hair.
Yeah.
And this is a beautiful piece of hair, nice monofilament, which looks like the scalp. This is synthetic, so it's very easy to keep the style and everything.
I'm so impressed with the wigs hair. I was tucking them behind my ear, and you can't even tell.
Yes, and then we have different head coverings for clients that would like to have a little rest from putting their wig on. Maybe when they're at home, they can have a little turban or a little wrap like this one. And then we also need to look after their scalp, and we often recommend these preventative. This is good for anyone undergoing the chemo treatments, for their scalp to have the right environment for the new hair to grow. And this one is also excellent for women with thinning hair. This is an activator. It has a booster in there which activates the follicle. So this is a stimulant.
So you can come in for a consultation and figure out what is best for you, obviously.
At the consultation, they fill out a consultation sheet. So I have an idea of how I'm going to be able to help this person. And really all I do is enable them to have the look that they're looking for to continue their life. I mean, Fiona's going to be doing the half marathon.
I was just going to say, some people might think, oh, but a wig, but it's going to fall off or something's going to happen. But you're running marathons and you're being very active. Well, half marathons.
Around a 5-year-old, half marathons. I travel.
And it's staying on.
Business. Oh, it has never gone anywhere. Yeah. That's not an issue. I think that's the big myth, is that it has to look unnatural. It doesn't.
It doesn't.
It does not have to look unnatural, and it doesn't have to stop you from doing anything.
There you go. You go, girl. You run that half marathon.